Okay, here we go again.
All right. Cruising through Moana Beach Park.
Usually, when we come through here, we have Punani Patrol playing.
Dun, 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 dun. Now today is a great day, man, because my wife, bruh, is the best partner in the whole wide world. She didn't
343,
figure
they
out
love you.
343, they love you.
I just got that.
She didn't figure out how to do our taxes. We had everything done and was so proud of her because she went into the tax office with her paperwork all in hand, wondering if everything was done right. Because every time you go to a state agency, they always get something to say, whether you did them right or not, and it's always negative. But it went right through. You succeeded.
I'm proud of myself.
You did it. You did
I'm
it.
actually proud of
You
myself.
did that
I
thing.
did that. I did that.
You did that.
But, oh my God, it was like, I think I was working on it for like 3 weeks. He kept telling me, we got to get it in. Are you done? Are you done? And I'm like, no.
Is
You
it
know
done it?
how
Is it done
many
it?
forms? Like, it drove me nuts because one form said to enter the number on line 27, enter this number, 403, love you.
Bruh,
It
focus.
said, enter the number from form blah, 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 line 17. I'm like, okay, so I have to fill out another form. Then when I get to that form, it's like to get this number, add lines 7 and 8 on form blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you killing me here. So add a total of like 3 Schedule C's because we have 3 businesses. Then I had another form. So I think I had like 6 forms that I had to fill out. It took me forever and I had a headache every night. My eyes were crossed, but I did it.
You did it.
So when the lady, she was checking everything and she goes, okay, you got this, you got that. She goes, okay, I'll give you a copy. She goes, I get you because no more action over here.
You want me to park over here or you want to go down? We'll
So I
go
go
down
check,
first.
yeah.
Go check.
Yeah.
Go check them, go check them, go
Because
check
there's
them,
no
go.
action over here. That's why I always get
As
parked.
Mental Mele would say, go check them, go check them, go check them, go. All right.
But yeah, everything went through and I was like, for real? That's it? She goes, yeah, you're good. And I go, oh boy, my husband's going to want me to do our taxes every year. Now she goes, I don't blame him at all. You did good. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So I told him I'm going to start 3 months ahead of time.
And we went to a tax place.
I told her that too. 444.
Okay, no.
Jackson Hewitt.
Yeah, Jackson Hewitt. And it's like they saw all that paperwork, like, we don't want to touch it.
Well, in their defense, we thought we didn't fill out last year's tax return, which when I went home, we did. And then also, because we had 3 businesses, all I had for one business was the W-9 for one. And so she was like, that's it? But you have 3 businesses? Like, so to their defense, they didn't have all the paperwork. I went home and I realized I was more organized than I thought. Because I actually did have all the receipts.
Never underestimate yourself.
I just didn't have them all like organized. So I was able to organize them.
Oh, plenty.
There's a lot of cops over there. See, there's always action over here somewhere.
Plenty open parking over there. Oh, yeah, plenty.
Yeah.
Popo.
It's 3 popo.
Anybody see the popo? Let me know.
3 popo.
Anybody see the popo? Let me know. Well, guess what? We're gonna drive
What you
right
know
up where
about
all
the
the
popo?
We're gonna drive up where all the popos at.
You can just drive up on them.
I feel good about being able to pass police now.
Without
Knowing that I'm not guilty of anything,
Yeah.
never do nothing wrong.
You don't have to hide.
Yeah, I don't have to hide from them. I respect them. We're all good.
Here they are.
And what I find interesting is that a lot of cops who deal with us who's ex-cons in Hawaii, no more that fiction.
543, I love you.
No more that fiction. You know what I mean? It's like we all know each other. We know
143, I love you.
what our past is. We know,
That's
you know
because
what
you
it's
guys
all
already, like, back in
Yeah.
the day. You gotta explain that, like,
about. Yeah.
how the relationship was with cops and.
Yeah. Back in the day, you had to deal with the Metro Squad back
Right
then.
here.
Yeah. And the cat. And the cat. We deal with the Metro Squad back in those days. Joe Self and all his crew. And man,
And they used to give you guys cracks.
for real, for real, for real. Like for real, like once you hit age 14, you were open game. You run around acting stupid, they gonna fucking pull you on the side.
So you had like black eyes and all that kind of stuff on the boat.
Boss, bro. I'll be boss, bro. My ribs be fucking boss. Fucking, but I was sketching cracks. And you know what's sad about my situation is I was, fighting with Solis, getting mobbed by Solis on a regular. I would get beat up by my mom at home, and then fucking get into some situation with the popo.
So what would your mom say when you'd come home or by then were you on the streets?
I was already on the streets already.
Because that would be interesting, like you come home all beat up and your
Yeah.
mom asks you, where you got that from? The cops?
My mom would be supportive of the cops beating me up. She's like, Bill, they're acting stupid and you deserve what you get.
But you know, that's kind of like how when I was growing up,
Oh, by the way,
back in the day.
I'm here. I picked my guy Justin.
I got Ryan.
Justin. Ryan is my guy. That's all my guy. The Boto Boys Club.
I'm gonna drink the cocoa first. I'm gonna drink the cocoa. Somebody might take you seriously. They're gonna be like, oh, I gotta look him up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still hot. But yeah, it's like when I was growing up, you could get lickings, right, and go to school.
Yeah.
But by the time my son was going to school, if you showed a mark on you at all, then they would call CPS right away from school and they would take you away.
That whole concept still blows my mind too to this day. When I came out of prison and I find out there's this thing called CPS and children can call CPS for help and all that. And I think to myself, man, I ever thought about calling CPS, but my mom would be like, yeah, go ahead, call them. Oh, beat your ass until they get you. And they can take you away.
See, so that's the difference too.
Yeah. And I don't know, life is good now, like I see plenty of cops, and I show them respect and they don't show no aggression whatsoever. You know what I mean? And I think we know each other, that's why. Yeah. We know who is who.
And that's what they said too when we were out at Makaha selling food and he was talking to the cop. You said, I did 28 years in the prison system and he right away just was like, oh yeah, he goes, yeah, my uncle did, like 10 years. Yeah, like
and I knew his
it was
uncle.
funny because even the cops know, the convicts and stuff, they're not on opposite sides. Like I think everybody is touched by somebody that's been in jail, prison.
If you're Hawaiian and you have never been touched by the criminal justice system, you're not from Hawaii. You're not from Hawaii, but you're not Hawaiian and you're not from Hawaii.
That's why I trip when people say, "Oh, you can't deal with them." He did time in jail. Like really?
Yeah. You're telling me you never have anybody in your family ever been touched by the criminal justice system?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's the kind of people that shit rose petals.
I don't know anybody shit rose petals.
Or like what was it? They shit their shit sparkles. What were we looking at? That was like had gold flakes in it or something. It was like sparkly. Was it an alcohol or it was something? And I was like, oh, it was honey or something.
Yeah,
right?
It was the honey one.
Honey.
Yeah.
They have honey that sparkles. I don't even know what the sparkles
Sparkling
are.
honey. Yeah.
But I was like, okay, so if you eat this and you shit, does that mean that your shit's gonna sparkle? That would be funny. By the way, guys, we found something that works for our phone, so it's not ghetto taped, and
Yeah,
I believe it'll handle the bumps
I think so too.
of this guy.
Cause this thing's stuck already. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can
Yeah.
probably peel it off.
No, I mean,
Hopefully it'll
as long as it's stuck,
Yeah.
it's gonna be good over there.
even on the bumps.
On the bumps.
Yeah.
Gotta feel the bumps. Though.
People that go
You
fast
gotta
on them.
recognize the bumps in the road
Right.
so it can slow you down. You know,
Huh?
you're always moving too.
Huh? What is
You're
the wait?
moving
What
too
is the
fast.
bump supposed to do?
You gotta slow you down, boy. You gotta pump your brakes. Oh, boy, what's wrong with that?
Because I think you either go same speed on the bumps or you speed up on the bumps. I think that's what he thinks speed
'Cause I say,
bumps are.
"Woo!"
Speed
Woo!
bumps mean to speed on the bump. And it's a good thing, that's why, because he has a truck, you know. so-
Everybody get whiplash. Give everybody whiplash.
And I always say everything in our truck needs a seatbelt. When we go grocery shopping,
What is the most funnest road in Waianae? What is the most
Oh,
exciting
gosh.
road in Waianae? That's a trivia question. Anybody know what is the funnest road, like the most joyful road that you can get in Waianae?
also dangerous, but as long as
How
there's
you
no
know?
cars.
What is it? What is it then?
Parquet Road.
Park, yeah.
You know why?
Cause it got the deep, baby.
And the first time we took our dog to Kia, he likes to
But
stay
I know people that died there.
right here. I know, that's why I say,
Yeah.
like, sometimes, you know, you never know. Like, if somebody darts out too, there's no stopping in time.
Oh, look at all these cameras and
And-
stuff. Oh, look them.
Probably wedding, that's why.
Japanese
see,
wedding.
They always,
They
come
pay
over.
fucking big bread, you know, for that.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, when they come
All
down.
it is pictures. They get married somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they come down, Waianae or Wamanalo, that's why we tell them, hey, but you gonna come over here, you gotta get taxed, bro. Don't come over here, make money off of our place or that, and fucking don't give
You know, the
nothing back to
thing
the
is,
people.
though, I think they would. They wouldn't mind
No.
paying, you know what I mean? But it's the
They don't.
companies that don't. Yeah, because
They don't even talk to us.
well, because the companies are the ones controlling it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not the actual people getting married. It's not their fault. They advertise it. And they call it the companies. They assume the companies know what they're doing.
See, I only can have this for you.
But it's not in the camera, right? The camera's over there.
What
It's
is it?
flapping.
It's flapping.
And I can fix it after.
It's
Is
flapping.
it bothering you?
It's like it is. Flap their gums.
Bruh.
They flapping your gum. Blah blah blah. In prison we call them pelicans. Pelican.
Ow. Ow.
Yeah, the pelicans they always get something for saying. When they get ready for get smacked, they're like, whoa. Yeah, pelicans.
So what are we doing today? We're on a ghetto date.
Yeah, we are. You know, when you budget for your time for the day, so you know, last couple of times we went to the taxi department, but we ended up staying all day, bro. So we leave stupid early in the morning, 6 o'clock, because it's my curfew. Get in a car, catch the zipper lane all the way through town, and wait for the taxi department to open up, and then freaking we stay there all day. So we operate like that today. Today we left a little later.
And
Like-
today was like, I think we spent
thought
more
so.
time waiting for our number to be called than the time I was in there.
Yeah.
I went in, she looked through the paperwork, she was
And
like,
that was
okay,
it.
you're good. I gave you your copy of your front page.
You
And I'm
in,
like,
you out, you good.
I was waiting for but, you know, and there
Yeah.
was none. And so I came out. He was on the phone with a client, and I came out, and he was like, what's the matter? You did it? What? It's done? I'm like,
I
yeah.
was like shocked. So that gave us some free time. Finally, we get free time for ourselves.
Because we don't have anything until 6 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
And
We're gonna support the families in Nanakuli Homestead. So for all of you who got family in Nanakuli Homestead, we have a great leader that's there. His name is Brother Paul Io, and they wanna do the Firewise program in Nanakuli. So everybody be alert about fires and make sure around your house you get them cleaned out. So
it's May already.
yeah, and and then we're gonna, do our part to assist that. Cause I always gonna have love for Nanakuli. Nanakuli Homestead was good to me when I was there. The people there is just amazing, and for the most part, you might have one or two donkeys over there, but
Oh, I know one.
but for the most part, I love Nanakuli Homestead. If you ever, and that's the other thing too. That's why I like being on the island where I'm at. I enjoy living amongst my own people. I know that if I was living in some place like Hawaii Kai, I wouldn't be happy. Because the people over there, they look at you, they look at your size. You're not fit and trim like them. You don't eat cardboard. You know what I mean? Cardboard diets. And you look funny. You know what I mean? Even though this is our own homeland, they look at us like we're aliens in our own homeland. But in my eye, nobody, I'm like, yeah, you get one kind 3+ belly. You fit right in. You know what I mean? Man or woman, nobody tripping. You know what I mean? So aunties can come out at 7 o'clock in the morning in their pajamas to come help you. Weed whack the freaking grass. We had
And then
that
buy you
happen.
pizza at the end of the night.
So I love living amongst my own peoples, my own homelands. That's that's the best living there is. I mean, I've been to Molokai, Ho'olehua, beautiful place, man, beautiful place, and it's all country, all rugged, all dirt and all that. But the people is just, when you peoples, no matter where you go, Panaeva, Keokaha, it's all beautiful homesteads, Kauai, Kekaha. Oh man, Kekaha is beautiful. You know, it's all beautiful. Sliders.
We
Yeah.
we
You know.
are people watching right now.
Yeah.
It's interesting. We do this a lot when we have our ghetto dates.
And it's funny. I started out as a kid with my mom. She should take me and my sister to where the banyan tree was, where the police station is in Waikiki. Banyan tree. Everybody know the banyan tree in Waikiki. So sat benches over there, and my mom would just sit us there and just tell us, just look, just watch the people. You see tall people, short people, fat people, skinny people, light people, dark people, and all that, and
Weird people.
and weird people. Just watch the people and how they roll and all that. And it's like, and I just tripped that my mom would be. She didn't say how they roll. It's like just how they act, and that made me a student of human behavior. That got me to understand how to be a student of human behavior. You can see how people act, how they react, and then you get to studying, when you're taking college courses and you're studying, psychology or whatnot, and you read about, fright or flight and all that kind of um, things that go on with people. It's just an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. You'd be surprised what you can learn about people just by sitting down, shutting your mouth, and just watching.
So what did you learn about me when you were watching me before we
learn
met?
about you? What I learned about you from the very beginning was, when it captured my heart, was the bond that you had with your daughter. That you guys are cooking together and you're having fun together. She's quirky as fuck. You know what I mean? And you rolling with that, and you're encouraging her, and you could see the love and honor and respect that she had for you, and of course the care that you have for her, the empathy for her medical, because she's kind of cuckoo.
Yeah, she is.
That's my brat. I love that brat, and I just loved it. I love that whole relationship, man, and made me yearn inside for be able to be a part of family. That's why, to me, family is everything. I wish I fully understood that when I was a kid and not a fucking dumbass. I have a lot of regrets, bro. A lot of regrets I have. You know, I just,
Another popo.
yeah. I have a lot of regrets. The biggest regret I get is never being there to raise my kids. Because when I was growing up, when I was a kid, I wanted to always be a father, you know. But then I was selfish. I was selfish. I ran the streets and all that, and yeah, I poke one way in it, and I make a baby, and I never intended to just leave. I got locked up. Was beyond my control. But when people look at it, especially the baby mama look at it, you left us, you abandoned us, and to a certain extent, oh look the little tiny legs, look doggy, look the doggy,
Cute.
look like it's a Jack Russell
I
Terrier
had a
mix.
dog that looked like the one in the back when
Yeah,
I was little. We named her Spotty.
yeah. But people gonna think what they gonna think, and it's sad. I lost that relationship with my daughter because the mom believed that I abandoned them when I had no choice. I was taken back to detention home for doing something that I felt was commendable, something that you're supposed to do. You have a loved one who got they lost in a head-on collision, and I went to her funeral, and the foster guardian who was in control said, "If you go to the funeral, I'm gonna pack up your stuff and you're gonna leave. You're gonna send you back to the H." I was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever."
That was messed up.
I never give a fuck what he said. That's Suka. That was
That was
my
really messed
sister-in-law.
up.
You know what I mean?
It's
And
not like you was out doing drugs or robbing a
yeah,
store.
and then
Quite the funeral.
what's sad is that I went right when he dropped me off at school. I went go right around the office. I go catch the bus to La Ie. I went to the service and catch the bus and go right back to school, right to class,
Hmm.
and finish the rest of the day when football practice and everything. And this clown had all my stuff bagged up on the porch, just like that. And that's the kind of stuff that made me go against authority. That's what made me anti-authoritarian. Because people that was in power over me was abusive with their power.
I
No
think
rhyme
that's
or
what
reason,
started
just shut
giving
up and do
you
what I tell you.
disappointment. I've been writing that in a letter. So recently he tried to get parole discharge.
Yeah.
And I asked this parole officer, how many letters do parolees usually come with? I was just curious. And she said, well, a lot of times they come with none. Or she said maybe like 10. We had 40. I collected 40 letters for him. And
And
they
a
were
wide
from,
range of people.
yeah, it was like defense attorneys, prosecuting attorneys. We had doctors. We had CEOs of big companies. We had all of that. And we recently found out that he was denied this time. So he can try again in 1 year. But I think I was more disappointed and sad than him. And then because
Because I expected,
he's so used to disappointment, right? So it's
disappointment is a way of life.
see, but that made me more sad because that the fact that he's not disappointed, he expects it. And I was really, this time I thought for sure he was gonna get it, because he's not doing anything. He's not violated his parole at all. He's never failed a polygraph test, never failed a drug test. He's doing great for this last 5 years. And, they still denied him. And so, to me, I'm like, okay, what is this system really saying? Because they put you in prison. You have to do show a certain amount of rehabilitation to even get out on parole, right? Programming, whatever they expect. Then they send you out here and it's pretty much, okay, figure it out. Because people like him had no outside support, And then when he comes out and he figured it out and he's doing good for the community, then you go back and you try and ask for discharge and they say no.
They're training the dog.
Yeah. But I mean, for what, right? So what is the system really saying? Well, they talk on the news all the time about rehabilitation, and it's like you have his parole officer calls him her straight A model parolee. So then what?
Because I'm listening now.
You know,
I'm listening and
you
I'm following
listening.
instructions.
You're a good boy now.
Yeah.
You're a good boy. I see the dog and I'm like, good boy. He's really cute. That's like us with Kia. He's so excited. He wants to just keep running and moving. So our cat, our kitten now, Hina. Oh my gosh, she does zoomies in the house in the morning, and now she's not locked up in her little crate at night because Daddy said, let's try leave her out. And guess where she sleeps?
A parole. I granted her parole.
He can't stand to see anybody or any animal locked up. So she climbs on his pillow.
I don't even like those choke chains.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I put harness on my dog so it doesn't leave a mark on him.
I did try to look for a little collar with a bell though, so that we know where she is. But all the collars were too big. But she sleeps above his head. Not mine. She walks right past me and sleeps above his head.
That's my girl.
And you know what? He teaches her how to scrap. And I'm like, stop doing that because she's a small little tiny kitten. I got scratches all over myself now. I'm like, she's a tiny kitten now, but she's gonna grow up to be a big cat. And so if you teach her how to be mean,
she's gonna be on Tito.
We can't have a titty cat.
We can't have a titty cat.
We can't have a titty cat. She's gonna scratch
and
bite everybody.
Just so you guys know, Titas, in my mind, you get women and you get men, right? You get men, they go alpha male, beta male, all that kind, yeah. But to me, in the women world, the highest form of woman that's deserving of the ultimate respect. Everybody deserves respect. But the one that I look up to the most is Titas.
But Titas don't.
My mom was the ultimate Titas. Huh?
Titas don't bite and scratch.
Well, my cat do, because she let everybody know. He messes me out.
He's gonna say that until the first time he gets a big cut.
Yeah.
Then he's gonna be like, "Ow, why are you biting me and scratching me?"
No, but I teach her not to bite me.
Most of the time.
Bite everybody.
What?
But not bite me.
Bruh.
Huh?
You cannot do that.
She's gonna like, oh, I can't bite this guy.
You cannot do that.
Cause I'm the big lion. I'm a Leo.
She's so cute when she hides now and she's getting that you know how cats go like this when they're stalking. She does that, and when we walk past, she goes and she pounces on our feet. It's so cute.
Little tiny paws.
She's so tiny. She's like the size of my foot, I think. Her whole body. But she's such a piggy, and she cries when she's hungry. Then she just gets fatso status and she plops and she lays down. Then she crawls to her food bowl and she lays down and she drinks her water because she's too fat to get up.
Yeah. Moana.
But she's a cutie.
If you in my house, you live in my house, you're gonna get Moana. We like food.
I was just thinking about that, because I was looking at all the pictures yesterday, trying to clear off space so that we could do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I first met you, I was a vegetarian, right? And I was looking at my pictures.
And you're running rails.
I wasn't running rails.
You was running rails.
For somebody.
Except for the popolo.
That's what I was just gonna say. For somebody running rails, you sure took a lot of pictures of my ass. Looking through all the pictures.
Because it's back there, Mom. It's back there.
You know how many pictures? I should have counted.
It's back there.
You know how many pictures of me or my ass? Like, he's like paparazzi. Like, everywhere he goes, he can't just take one picture. There's like 50 pictures of me.
Because you gotta catch them at different angles. You know what I mean? Like, get some different angles.
So I'm like, go through them and delete the ones that are no good. He goes, no, they're all good. I'm like, no, they're not. Everybody has that one, that's like, okay, that's decent. But then you get ones that you get funny faces, and stuff. But he wants them all.
I like them all.
I'm like, some of them I look like I'm farting. Some of them I look like, I'm like, no, I don't like that picture.
No,
But there was tons of
you look
pictures
fabulous in all your
of
pictures.
me. And then I started going through stuff and I was like remembering things that I forgot. I was like, oh yeah, we did that. That's right.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then looking at our journey,
We
like,
got our own beach up there in
yeah, yeah, I
on
saw
the
those
North
pictures.
Shore.
And I was just looking at our journey of how we
Our own
opened
spot.
up our
Our
shop,
secret spot. Yeah.
you know, and all the printing things that we were doing.
Yeah.
And
That's one thing I
all
love,
the
I love
different
about my
things.
wife, but we doing shit. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we got an idea. Oh, hey, let's try it. You know, me, the one thing I really don't like is having naysayers around me. Somebody always gets something to say about, I don't think you should do that. You know, this not gonna happen. That not gonna work, and this and that. They're never gonna do this. They're never gonna do that. I'm like, man,
And then you say challenge accepted.
for me,
That's what
I
I
like
say.
people around me that goes, that's, that's an idea. Okay, let's see how we can make it work.
Except
what I
it's still
mean?
not fast enough for him, but yes.
Yeah,
I
you
am in the
know.
gray area. Which is why I went into the
I
bedroom
don't
every
need
night
you to tell
to
me
do
how no can. I
taxes.
tell you, show me how can. Don't tell me how no can, because everybody can tell me no can. No can, no can, no can. If we always say no can, we're never gonna get anything done.
That's why I left you every night and went in the bedroom to do the taxes.
Why?
Because you would have kept like, are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? I was like,
But you notice I left you alone, though.
I know.
I left you alone because that was just too much stress for me. I'm not a numbers guy.
Neither
You
am
know?
I.
I can collect dollar bills in my hand, but
Neither am I. But I
the
did
numbers drive me
learn
crazy.
through this process and through the process of our loan and our business management and stuff. I did learn the value of keeping receipts and the value of actually logging everything down in your business and keeping track of stuff.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to work on next too is like, well, now the prices change, but like all of our, you know, like plates and forks and all that, I did go and look
Yeah.
up the prices.
Because for me, it was like, let's just get the equipment that we need, the supplies that we need, and then just
Yeah.
feed our people. I'm not worried about. We never did charge. We get our card,
The square.
the square. We never did charge interest. So if something is $10, it's not gonna be $10.48. It's gonna just stay $10. We eat the taxes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We eat the taxes because we don't like tax our customers.
But we did learn that we lost money a lot that way. Because we're like, wow, we sold like 20
But they were
plates
happy.
today,
They
you
were
know?
happy. They got to eat your food, you know.
Yeah, they were happy, but we have learned a lot along the way. So now we did raise our prices.
Yeah.
And you know, the
But-
thing is, people don't mind paying it. Like, because everywhere you go now, plate lunch is $19.99.
Yeah.
Like $15.99 is like the minis now, and our regulars is, you know, $15. So I'm kind of curious. And then a friend of mine just asked me
We
about
just
bentos.
adjusted to the inflation, but we're not
So we have
taxing our
bentos
people.
and we have plates.
Yeah.
So there's a difference in that too. So I kind of
That's why I get that 48-ounce platter
Yeah,
thing,
so we
you
can
know what I
do
mean?
that too for family
That
meals.
one,
But
I
I mean,
like
like
that.
as far as like lunch, we have the plates, right? And the plates can fit more. So that's the like the compartment plates.
Right.
So that would be $15 for a plate. But the bentos, you know, I told her I think for entree stuff, like if I'm doing chili and all that, then it would be $8, I think. But other than that, like hot dog and chicken and stuff, the regular bentos is $7. You know, whereas before we would sell them for $5
Yeah.
or $10, and that's the big one. You know, so
What we need is consistent customers. People that will consistently, like the truckers will consistently come, but they will only come
yeah.
when they can because they gotta catch between breaks and stuff because they gotta keep
Look, it's
driving.
right there.
Yeah.
This is what we do. If you see our truck and you're walking around with your ass cheeks hanging out, we're probably gonna like talk about it.
We'll be like your mom. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I can't take her
Her
anywhere.
favorite saying, "Oh my gosh."
She'll say it out loud to the person too, and she'll be like, "Oh my gosh, your ass is hanging out. Can see your whole ass." I'm like, "Mom, I can't take you anywhere." Like, at least we talk about it in the truck. What do we call that? We call it our, I don't know, our hoochie mama dates or something.
Yeah.
We go around and we just sit in the parking lot and we just laugh at all the people. And then we see people at the beach when we park at the beach. We see the girls, they go in the water.
Oh.
They're in their bikinis. They
Yeah,
go
yeah,
in the
yeah.
water. They
Yeah.
don't get their hair wet, most
Yeah.
of them.
They get
And they,
earrings, they get chains, makeup, everything.
And all they do is go in the water and they take a selfie like this. They go like that and they take a selfie.
And they post some, oh,
Yeah.
went to the beach today. Had
Been
a
at the
lot of
beach
fun.
all day.
Yeah.
And literally we've seen them come, take the pictures,
And leave.
pack up and go. Like, that's
Yeah.
it. You know, and I'm like, oh my God, all of
You
that.
know what I think? That's probably the kind of like, babe, what you doing today? I'm going to go down to the beach and hang out
Oh, so
with
they
the
need
girls.
proof.
Yeah. And then do that and then go do the sneaky link.
I wonder.
Probably.
I wonder.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Because why would you go through all that trouble?
Well,
and
it's
then
all
you
about
walk
the-
in. All you're doing is walking into the water, and you go to someplace like Moana Beach Park, where the wave is not splashing all over you. So you
Because
can,
it's all about the picture.
yeah, it's all about the
You know,
picture.
it's
That's
all about the Instagram picture.
Yeah.
You know.
I get that. Look how fabulous I look at the
Yeah.
beach. Right, you
And
get
you
all this makeup and earrings and earrings and
Yeah, you know you're not swimming.
Nigga, come on, man.
And it's all just to get like the followers and stuff, and that's just so crazy to me. I really don't care if you follow me or not.
I love my wife. She's so the kind, down to earth. She's not trying to put on a face for somebody. The face that you see right there is the face that I wake up with every morning. The face that I see when I go to sleep. No more the makeup and all that. Look at that natural beauty. See, natural beauty. This is what natural beauty looks like.
And you like that?
I love that.
You don't want me to put like bats
Nope.
on.
Nope.
I can run
No
to
need
the
to do
bathroom
that.
in the morning before you wake up and put on my
And
face.
you have family. Yeah, there's somebody in your family who was like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
my friend's
Auntie.
mom. My friend's mom, she said she never, I mean, she was old, but she said, oh, I never, our whole marriage, I never showed my husband my face without makeup. And I was like, huh? She said, no, I would go wake up before him, go to the bathroom, put on my makeup, and I wait till he falls asleep, and then I would take off my makeup. Or if he doesn't fall asleep fast enough, I just sleep with it on. I'm like, that, I think that would stress me out more. And you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
That's sad.
yeah, like, why would you do that? I
Yeah.
mean, half the times I don't even have my hair down. But sometimes I end up getting headaches when I keep it up too long.
It's a doggy.
Oh, he's got short little legs, like short little legs.
Pocket peoples.
I'm not pocket peoples.
The pocket peoples.
I'm not pocket peoples, okay? I'm 5 feet tall.
4'11".
I am not. I'm 5 feet.
4'11".
I am not. I went to the doctor. You've seen it. I was 5 feet.
4'11".
Do you
Because
wanna
you went tiptoe and then you became
No,
5
I
feet.
didn't. I'm 5 feet. And so he says 5 feet
But
tall
5 feet
people.
or below is all
No,
pocket
it's
peoples.
5 feet and above.
No, 5 feet and below
No.
is pocket peoples.
No,
You gotta get over the
4'11".
you gotta get over
No.
the 5 foot hump.
4'11".
You have to get over the 5
Well,
foot
I
hump.
was 5 feet and half an inch, but because of my bulging disc in my neck, I lost half an inch. That's what the doctor said. So I used to be above 5 feet.
Whatever.
Bruh.
She's pocket peoples.
Bruh. And you know what's funny? So we went and did a Costco, like a big haul, right? And restocked our cabinets and stuff like that. And I'm looking for everything. He put everything away, and I thought, oh, that's so sweet. Like, you know, like, I never had that before. But he put everything away. Then when I go to get a snack or cook something, guess where everything is?
All in the right places.
Way up there in the shelf that I have to tippy toe. And I have to reach and reach and reach.
Cause I like watching you jump up there and bounce the ass when you jump
So
up
that's
there,
why you put it up there. See, something's wrong with him.
Nothing wrong.
Something is wrong.
She got the popol okole.
I don't know what you're talking.
Your mother.
Even my
your
mom
said
said,
that.
"Oh, you have a
Kulo-chan.
kulo-chan ass." I'm like, what? I don't think. But then today we seen somebody in the store, and I thought she had kind of a, nice ass. It was kind of chunky. Then she turned to the side and it disappeared. I was like, what? That just trips me out. Like from the back, it looks like it's big and plump, and then you turn to the side, it disappears. So I asked him, I said, is that how I am? Maybe everybody's like that. He was like, oh no.
Because it's like that and like that. Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. You beautiful. You beautiful. I love my wife because she beautiful.
What?
Yeah. All right. Okay. So what time is it? What time is it on there?
I don't know. Red dot time.
Red dot time. Let's see.
It doesn't show. It doesn't show? Oh, yeah.
41 minutes.
It's okay because I learned how to just be patient and do it now. But we'll probably do another one on the way home.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about all the things that we saw on this ghetto date.
With love, peace, and happiness, y'all, we're out of here.
Bye.
Boom.